Forgive me. Hallelujah. All praise be to the Most High, the Prime Creator. I'm going to try to be as serious as I can be in this video without any delay. It's been a while. There's been a lot going on, and there's a lot more to come. So, um, I don't feel like I had everything I wanted to say, but I was trying to do it in a short time. It's so hard to do that and to get everything in a video that needs to be spoken. So I said, and the Most High knows how I am. I'm like, if I don't have it exactly right, and I have to think, you know what, this ain't about me alone. It is about me, but it's about all of y'all's people that He's called that needs to understand what's going on, what's happening in this world. So I'm one to tell you, by all means, I am one to tell you the truth. So welcome back to 3Ts, where we tell the truth. All praise be to the Most High, the Prime Creator. Hallelujah. And glory to our King Yeshua. Yes, that is his name. That's what we call him. I've heard all kind of names, but you know what? We don't need to feud over what his name is. We just know that he's the king and he's on the way to fix this thing. And he's starting with his people right now, the judgment. But that's not what I came here to talk about. I came here to talk about the training ground for Yah's elect. What is the training ground for Yah's elect? The earth. The earth is a training ground for Yah's elect. The first thing I want to talk about is the attacker. Who is the attacker? Because I'm going to jump right into this since, I don't have time to play games. I don't have time to waste. Who is the attacker? The white man, the Mexican man. All these people that are mixed breeded with the white man's blood are our attackers. They attack Yah's people, all his people, whether they are awake or whether they're asleep or whether they're deep in darkness. It doesn't matter what level of consciousness you have. They're attacking all Yah's people. Okay? So I want you to know that first off, who it is. So from a physical point perspective, it's the white man and all the people he injected his filthy seed into. And you can tell by our texture of our hair and our skin and all that who his children are. You know, you could tell whose child I am. I belong to the king. I belong to the king. Let me stop. Praise Yah. I love myself. I love my people. I love my Yah. We got to get back, and it's coming. I'm letting you know right now. So mark this in history. It's coming, baby. Let me get into this. Let me stop because I can get real silly, but I need to try to be serious. So I wrote down some stuff for you so I wouldn't forget, so I wouldn't get off track into all this other stuff. I want to stay on course because that's important to stay in order. The Most High is about order, so I have to get in order. So I'm gonna start with Isaiah. This goes out to my people, the so-called Black people all across this land. If this reaches you, I'm talking to you. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you need to prepare for. You need to know what's coming because it's coming whether you believe it or not. It doesn't matter. You can see things happening, building up to something, but you need to know what is it building up to. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start. It's a couple of series or videos I'm gonna make that's gonna basically give it all to you in one big crunch. Because I'm not a person who likes to extend things, so I want to get into it right away. Now, this Isaiah 51:17 in the Holy Bible, it says, "Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem." Well, they say Jerusalem, but there was no J, it was a Y. So then Isaiah 47:6 says, now listen, pay attention. "I was angry with my people. I have profaned," so it's similar like a curse, "my inheritance. and given them into your hands. You showed them no mercy. 47:10. For you have trusted in your wickedness. You have said, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge have warped you. So who is he talking about? So 47:11, and same it's still in Isaiah. Therefore, evil shall come upon you. You shall not know from where it arises, and trouble shall fall upon you. You will not be able to put it off. So who is he talking about? We'll get into that, but not right now. I have it in order. So I want you to know that there's a lot happening, and people, I know, even I'm 43 today. Even I, all the way up until probably like 30, 40 years old, I was in the cloud trying to find my way out of the mist, but I was still blinded by the world, thinking that, this is the way of life. It's not the way of life. This is all an illusion. It's all deception. It's all manipulation, mind conditioning and control. And the devil made it look so good that we all participated in it. I got to include myself. That's why he say come out of things. Now, he didn't say, you wasn't going to be caught up in it. He's saying now that you know what's going on and you see the truth, now come out of it. Come back to life. Okay. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but you got to open your ears. So let me get into this. Now, a long time ago, everything was obvious. So it was like a loud wars going on. So we went from loud wars, obvious wars, to Cold War. The war never stopped. The war never ended. It is still happening today. And people don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe it, but it don't matter what you want to hear. I'm going to say what is true no matter what for our people. So you will never get the chance to say you didn't hear it. So if you run across this video, you will never get a chance to say, I did not know, when the Most High say, why didn't you take your stand in the place where I placed you, where you should have been? So a Cold War is the most dangerous war due to it being silent. It's a war designed to kill people or a nation without the targets realizing they're in danger until it's too late. Only one side of the army is aware that there is a war. The hostile side, of course, the one who want to make the war. When these devils are hidden and obvious enemies have caused our people nothing but atrocities, injustice, death from generation to generation, we as so-called Black people deceive ourselves when we believe they want what's best for us, or even want to live a peaceful, harmonic, and unified life with us. They make it very clear they want to destroy us and they don't want to live with us. Now consider the metaphors of a sheep and a wolf. Can a sheep dwell with a wolf in peace? They are wolves. We're, metaphorically considered sheep. They're considered wolves. Can we live together? Have we been living together in peace? No. That should make it very clear to you. These devils have no mercy at all. That's why the Most High, that's why I put that first scripture when y'all said, you have shown my people no mercy. None. Period. So our people have been stripped of our spirituality, our connection to our creator, our nature, our way of life, our history, our inventions, our inheritance. We were turned away from caring and depending on the earth for survival and healing. We've been lied to, deceived, and manipulated to live a Hellenic or sinful way of life and to worship pagan, meaningless idols and gods. We've been betrayed, stolen from, stolen and sold to shameless nations. We've been put in a deadly slavery system which shattered our minds and our lives, the ancestor lives And now it's shattering our people today, and it's working towards the children of the future. We were forced to eat abominable foods, pork number one on the list, which causes most, if not all, deadly illnesses and diseases. And most of all, it provokes our Creator to anger towards us. We've been brainwashed to believe we deserve pain and suffering based on an altered, corrupt Bible. So you need to wake up. A Bible, the original holy law that was given to our Creator, was not a Bible. You understand? It was not a Bible. It was a holy law given directly to our ancestors. It was not written. The only thing that was written down was the 10 Commandments in stone. Do the Bible look like stone? So everything else was given to them directly, spiritually, mentally, in their conscious, in their soul. It was embedded in them. Like he said, he's going to restore back to us in the near future. So these devils, they don't have no mercy. So what is the things they have done to our people when they're, because these people are merciless. They've been merciless from the beginning. Has anything changed? Now you ask yourself that question, because Black people have experienced multiple massacres, attempted genocide of our whole entire being, of all our people, every nation. They used to feed our babies to gators as bait to catch alligators. They used to toss the babies in the river like it was nothing while they were still alive. The men, women, and children were being hung on trees, burned alive, raped, sodomized, lynched, and murdered just for being Black, or what you want to call Black. Our people still to this day have been wrongfully accused of crimes, put in jail, and imprisoned. Our men back then and now are being attacked and shot down like dogs. We're consistently being oppressed, suppressed, experimented on, poisoned, targeted, and plagued with diseases and illnesses, murdered for our organs, discriminated against, just unaccepted by these heathens, by these Gentiles, by these devils. Our people have been targeted for extermination. And if you don't see that, then you don't see nothing. These devils started with destroying our family, the destruction of our family, starting with destroying the man, making him think he a woman. Now it's ricocheting to the woman, and it's destroying the minds of the kids before they even, the children, they ain't kids, they have kids, we have children. It's destroying the minds of the children, so they're confused from the start. And that creates just an emotional plague in their body. They don't know what to do, how to feel, what to look for. They don't know. We're destroying them from their youth. Yeah, have mercy on our people. These devils are brainwashing our people. They have started this years ago, trying it out. And they're continuing to do it. So they're continuing to experiment on us, continuing to brainwash our people, continuing to mind control our people. They have afflicted our people in every way possible to this day. These devils use even our own people to betray us. And the reason why they do it is because they have self-hatred for themselves. They're blind or blindness, or they're just ignorant, or they're just greedy because they're paying them or giving them something, or they're envious of you and jealous of the person that they're helping to attack. These people are attacking our people daily. They have been attacking our people since the beginning of time. And I am personally aware of it, and I personally know that they are. Because I'm awake and I see it. Now that I'm awake, I see it. They are. I'm going to get into that. Let me continue. I want to get into some stuff. These people have no mercy. No mercy. Black people are looked down on as if we're not human or undeserving to live the life gifted to us, which gave life and light to the rest of the world. It's sad to say the hate towards us has not ceased, but it has increased, especially now, 2020, we're in now. Since our people are having a spiritual awakening, the hate has quadrupled. These people are calling our men, black men, extremists, terrorists, black identity extremists, like a terrorist, a black terrorist, a hateful person who want to kill somebody because we're speaking the truth. Your payment is coming, white man, and everyone who helps you. And I'll get to that. Everyone who helps you, whether they're black, white, or in between us, Asian, Indian, Hawaiian, Mexican, it don't matter what you call them. Anyone who helped these devils attack y'all's people, whether they're the chosen or not, you will reap what you sow and some. It's sad. It's very sad because our black people are being called out of the darkness. We're awakened. Why are we being awakened? To bring the truth to the people, to correct ourselves, given the opportunity to fix the wrong in us, and to share that testimony with the people to help awaken someone else. We're going to bring change to this earth. Everybody think the end of the world means the end of this earth. No, the end of the world means the end of Esau and his bloodline and all those who follow his way. The Most High is not a respecter of person. So when we as ignorant humans say Mexican, white, black, Asian, that don't mean nothing to him. It means absolutely nothing to the Creator. You understand? Race is not an issue with him because why? He knows that we're all one race. So he don't look at it as you're white, you're black. He divided us by nations, by the father, by the bloodline. We're all from the same human race. Lord, forgive me for doing that. I'm not frustrated. I'm just trying to share the knowledge with my people. I'm trying to give you the understanding from the world and spiritual perspective all in one, because we are all one body in him. But since some of us have done some very abominable things that deserve no and have no opportunity for forgiveness, like the Gentile, the devil in the flesh, they don't have, their forefathers don't have they didn't have the opportunity for forgiveness because they burned that bridge down way before they even asked for forgiveness. Just like our forefathers suffered back then, we're still feeling the suffering today. Like some people say, oh, it happened way back then. Okay, it happened way back then, but why is it still ricocheting in our generations? You got to understand the connection. Quit being ignorant and continuing the hate. Don't you see it still? There ain't no peace on this earth. If it was, we wouldn't be watching the news, hearing about bad things happening all the time. I don't even watch TV like that. I watch what I choose and for entertainment movies and learn from some of these things, because just watching the news, the regular channels, and let them show me what they want to show me, it's nothing but hate, death, and violence and just bad things. I don't want that stuff in my soul. I had enough of that growing up, watching it myself, hands first. You understand? So I don't care to watch what they want to brainwash me to believe. We have to start letting our own mind choose what's best for us. It's important that we do, because if you let them choose you, you will be destroyed mentally. That's how you brainwash a person. That's how you mind control someone. That's how you recondition the way someone thinks and what they believe in, by putting it on TV and showing them constantly. I'm just trying to let you know a little something, something. So let me get into this. Mm. You know what? Our people are being called to bring back the peace that was here before all these catastrophes befell our people. That's why we're being awakened. Every time our people has been awakened in any time in history, they brought change during that era. So the earth itself is not going to be destroyed, but the inhabitants of it will be. So you need to know, will you be destroyed? Will you be a part of the destruction? Because those who trust in the Most High will be safe. I'm just letting you know. They will be safe. Like sports, safe. They will be. They will be safe. These attackers know who we are. Do you know who you are? Let me explain to you some scriptures that describe who we are, that give you the connection with then and now. A lot of you know, and if you play ignorant, that's on you. A lot of you know that our black men, and now, it's always been all the family, the black woman, the black man, and the child. Well, let me put it in order. The black man, the black woman, and the child have been afflicted by this government. Not just in America, but particularly in America, but everywhere. The government, like he said, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. Now you ask yourself, whose shoulders have the government been on since a government was established? And it also reads in that same scripture, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. You ask yourself now, you go look that one up. You don't need nothing else to know who the government has been oppressing, suppressing, murdering, incarcerating, destroying their lives. And it has nothing to do with being a criminal. They can label some of our people criminals, some of us as criminals, but they are the real criminals. Okay, what about when people change their lives and you still bothered? There's people right now who ain't committed no crimes that they have murdered, hunted down like dogs. People who work for their forces, who they hunted down like dogs and murdered, who ain't committed no crimes until they did something wicked to that person and that person retaliated. I can't even think of his name right now. That there's a lot of people y'all don't know about that I've seen. A lot of police officers and military personnel who they did horrible things to a lot of people that they have murdered. And they're still doing it. But on TV, they make you think they care. Behind closed doors, that's what you call a cold war. You murder your own their people, and you smile in their faces so they'll think, well, they're not bad people because they're always getting along with us. You're ignorant. Anyone who thinks that, you are ignorant. Those who have interracial relationships, you're ignorant. Those who think that they care for us in any kind of way, you're ignorant. They're using you. They're using you to deceive the rest of us. They're using you to deceive the rest of us, just like when they give us jobs. Do you think they care for you? They're using you to deceive the rest of us. I'll get more deeper into what that's all about. They're using us to deceive. They're using some of our people to deceive the rest of our people. You've got to understand. You've got to know. You've got to know. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm not a hateful person. I'll just tell it how I see it. And my people are at jeopardy here. The future of our people and our children's Their children are at jeopardy here. Somebody has to say something, and eventually we can start doing something instead of waiting around thinking that Jesus is going to come and do it for us. What do you think God gave us arms, legs, and a brain so we can do things for ourselves? But you better, man, let me tell you something. If anyone believes in the Bible and you don't think that our people fought for themselves by the power of the Most High, standing with us, then you're lost. Because the Old Testament tells it all. And in Malachi, right before they split the chapter, the books, the last chapter in Malachi tells you that God don't change. So how did he go from I don't change to I change and done away with a law in the New Testament? There is no New Testament. Not yet. The New Testament, let me give you a quick one before I continue. Let me just start with this and then I'll tell you. Well, let me say it real quick. The New Testament is a composition of all the other scriptures together. They made it up based on all the other holy scriptures that we have available to us. They made it up. They did. If you pay attention to it, they made it up. Now, if there was a continuation of the first book, it was obviously too powerful, too much knowledge, too much information for them to show us. So they took it out and made something up. Pay attention. Now, most of the stuff they use is legit, but they add into it what they want so that they could control us. This is why you need the Most High. This is why you need to be in tune with yourself. This is why you need to be in tune with your spirit within you that the Most High Creator gave you to be your helper, your guide, so that you don't be deceived just by because you think I'm gonna believe anything an enemy tell me and teach me. I've been watching you destroy my people since I was a child, and you think I'm gonna trust anything you say? I thank God Almighty, Most High Yah, that I didn't believe anything they said. You had to prove it to me. You destroy my people and I'm just going to trust you. I'm not afraid of you. I don't trust you. You didn't deceive me. You didn't get me. That's why you upon me, like they said, upon our shoulders, because I don't believe in you. I don't trust in you. I never worshiped you. You are not my idol. You are not my God. I'm trying to tell you the truth. A lot of people ain't going to like the truth, though. Doesn't matter. Now, the devil's crept in. What does that mean? In Jude, in the New Testament, chapter 1, verse 4, he said, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of Yah into lavishness and denying the only Yah." Then they added on, our Lord Jesus Christ. And our Lord Jesus Christ. Who was with God in the beginning? Who do we know to be Yeshua? His word. Just like they tell you in the New Testament. His word is Yeshua. His word. If you read in the lost books of Eden, at the book of Adam and Eve, the first book, you will see that every time the Most High did anything, this is the beginning, so it was Adam and Eve, when everything was going on with them and they got kicked out of the garden. Every time they did something stupid, killed themselves, did something just out of control, who did he send? Either an angel or his word to fix the problem. And the most powerful out of them was his word. You got to understand who they call this Trinity. Is not, there was no Trinity. There is no Trinity. Because like I think they say that because Yah was in the beginning, his word, and then they say the Holy Spirit. So they're saying the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, because his word they consider to be the Son. And to his word hasn't came yet, obviously, because when he said he come, everything was going to change. So when his word comes, change is coming. Christ has not came yet. Will he die on the cross? Now, if they call in Christ, they did crucify some of our people according to the scriptures. They have crucified some of our people. Some of them they called Jesus. And maybe Yeshua was Joshua. We'll see, huh? Because that's who it seems like to me. Did they crucify him? That part is missing. He was a man of war. You got to put it together. Because they broke it apart and put it how they wanted. Then added some stuff in. Then took some stuff out. But if you read, you will know that. And you will start putting it together by the Spirit of the Most High, guiding you to put that thing back together again. A lot of people who especially say they worship this book, you worship anything the devil gives you without reading it yourself. Ignorance. Don't be ignorant. But hey, like he said, that's why only 2/3. Now, some of the stuff they say is right. All right. 2/3 will not make it. Because why? They believe anything the devil tells them, but when their own people bring the truth to them, they deny it. So be it. I'm going to do the will of the Most High and leave it at that. Because you know what? This is what the enemy said. This is in a book, the lost books or Apocrypha, the lost books of the Bible, the book of the wisdom of Solomon. So this is going to be chapter 2 through 22, chapter 2, verse 1 through 22. I call it the ignorance of the devil, the first section of it. The first section of it, I call it the ignorance of the devil. So I'm going to go all the way down to 22. And in the midst of that is going to be Jacob's trouble. So for now, I'm just going to read along without saying all the scriptures. So it said, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. So when they say not aright, they mean they're not right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave, which being extinguished, they're saying their lives, our bodies shall be returned into ashes, and our spirits shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall disperse as a mist. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they wither. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion and our lot is this. I like when he said that because they're exactly right. He said, for this is our portion and our lot is this. So this is their inheritance right here before you. This is why America and all these so-called white people and these devils, because they are the devil in the flesh, live the way they do, so lavishly, because this is it for them. This is the best they gonna get is what they steal from us. Their best is stolen goods. Yes, copied and imitated Everything they do is copied or imitated of some of our people, all of our people. Everything they do is stolen from us, our creation, yeah, our inventions, yes, our lavishness, yes, that they enjoy, our inheritance. So this is their lot. This is their portion. This is it. This is why they live the way they do. This is why they don't want us to enjoy anything here, because they know that those who make it, this is why they try to get you to sin and to go against everything that you should go, that you should be about, is because it will lead you to death. You most definitely will deserve death or earn death. I ain't gonna say deserve it. Forgive me for saying that. You will be led to death by their temptatious, Hellenic, sinful life. Their lifestyle leads to death. It's obvious. It's killing our people. Look at it. It's happening. It's been happening. Everything they put before us and we participate in destroys us. You don't see it? If you don't see that, there's nothing that can be shown to you for the people, especially our elders who's been living in those times. Some of them are still alive today. They were living back then. They saw what happened to our people. They know what happened to our people. They know the destruction that became upon our people. They know how the destruction came. They cannot destroy us unless we participate in a sinful lifestyle. This is why they put it in front of you so much. They lead you. That's what you call lead someone into temptation. They can't force you to do it. But if they keep showing you on TV, if they keep putting it in your face, oh, we got all these restaurants with all this food, with everything with pork in it. Like they say it's all beef, but it got pork somewhere in there. We gotta wake up. This is what we mean. If we don't unite as one together, like they say, together we stand. If we stand up and stop participating in the things that these devils do, we will see a change right before our eyes. We will see the glory of the Most High fall upon us and the destruction come upon these devils like right before our eyes. It's going to happen eventually anyway. But he's given a grace period for those who are still in darkness to come out. And we don't know who's the last one to come out. We don't know who's going to be the last one to awaken. Most people won't hear, they ain't going to listen. They're not going to listen to this, baby, because it's the truth. No one wants, everybody's comfortable living in hell. Some of us, I ain't going to say everybody. Let me stop saying that word. Everybody is not comfortable living in hell. Most of our people are comfortable living in hell. And they so suppress and oppress that they're like that house nigga. You know, they don't want to get out. Even if you show them a way like, hey, we can escape, we can have a better life. You know, oh, no, we ain't going nowhere. That's the state of mind where our people are today. That house nigga. Well, I'm a field motherfucking nigga. Forgive me, Lord. I am field all the way. Black power. Yes. I'm here to help my people, awaken my people, save my people from this mental bondage and this confusion. Yes. Now, Jacob's trouble, that's been going on, but it has increased. Like I said, it has increased. What is Jacob's trouble? Back then, this is what the devil said. And still, this is still in Wisdoms of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, starting at 10 all the way to 22. This is what these heathens said back then. They said, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Pay attention now. Let us spare not the widow. Let us nor reverence the ancient gray-haired of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraided us with our offending the law. So what is upbraided? Like that mean like reprove you, correct you. And he objected to our infamy. So forgive me. He object infamy means condemn. So he said, and objected to our infamy, the transgressing of our education. So he's saying that they condemn them by the way they teach, what they're teaching, they're practicing. He's correcting them with the law. When they try to teach one thing, the people were correcting them. Just like today. When the people are doing one thing, Yah awakens his people to spread the truth, whether people like it or not. It doesn't matter. It's not about one, it's about all of the people. But he said basically, when we do one thing, this is why the heathens, these devils, don't like us. It's because, like he said back then, it's no different today. He said, because their ways are clean, contrary to our doing. They correct us. They condemn us. When we speak the truth, they start thinking of what is wrong that they're doing, and it start convicting them. And they don't like it. This is what caused our people to turn from the Most High, because they wanted to participate in this demonic way of life. And it was, when they heard the word, it was condemning them, like cutting through their soul. So they said, oh no, take the law away from us. Hide it, get rid of it. That's where it all began. That's where the fall of our people began. When this devil brought their Hellenic way to our people, and some of them decided they wanted to participate, they wanted to do away with God's law. Then I'm pretty sure that's when they start rewriting stuff and making up their own based on our knowledge. So they're saying to themselves, he professed to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord, or Yah. He was made to reprove our thoughts. Yes, we are made to reprove your wicked thoughts that's destroying the entire world or earth, the inhabitants of the earth. This is the devil's plan, though. This is their plan, to destroy you. It's working for the majority of the world. I won't deny that. And I'm pretty sure the Most High won't either. Hallelujah. It is working. Because people really don't care. They're shameless. Just like the shameless nation who brought all this wickedness to you. You have become shameless just as they are shameless. There is no shame in nothing anymore. Oh well. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. That's how they feel about us. They don't even want to look at us. That's why they try to destroy us and get rid of us. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. This is what the heathen is saying to themselves. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness, because it is. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yah is his father, and it is true. Let us see if his words be true. Listen to them now. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Why do they suppress and oppress? Because this is a part of their plan. For if the just man be the son of Yah, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. They were sure right about that one, because he does. Yes, he does. They said, let's examine Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. This is the targeted individual of today, what they consider to be the targeted individual of today, the targeted so-called black person of today. This plan has been enacted a long time ago. Now, again, starting at Wisdom of Solomon, number 19 in chapter 2. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Sorry. Let us condemn him with a shameful death. Such things they did imagine and were deceived. This is what Solomon said. For their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of Yah, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wage of righteousness, nor discern a reward for blameless souls. So they said all these things among themselves. Let us oppress the poor. Let us oppress those, because when we see them walking in their truth, in their right way, in their righteousness, it makes us feel guilty. It makes us feel shameful. It condemns our soul. It condemns our way, our thoughts. Let's get rid of them so we don't have to worry about it. This is the same thing happening today. The same thing that was happening since they turned our people away from the way of Yah. Wake up. Second Esdras chapter 40. The devil's insolence. You. Now listen to this. Now, I'm going to get more deeper into this because it's very important that you know. If you follow the way of the devil in the flesh, which is what the so-called white people and all his followers and his corrupted seed that he went across the world, in Mexico and in Africa, in Asia, his seed is everywhere. And it's obvious. If they look white, they're not the children of Yah. So all these people out here saying that they including all these different people in our heritage, they're not God's people. They are from a corrupt bloodline, a condemned bloodline. You don't have to like it. If those seed come from these heathens, these devils, if they are the father, that seed will burn along with the father. It is corrupted. And the only way to be saved is if you are free of wickedness against Yah's people. That's the only way. And that's if he chooses to save you. It's his choice based on our deeds and the way we live. He knows our hearts. He knows our thoughts. So that's how he decides. Second Esdras chapter 40. You. Who is you? America and Europe and Asia and Russia and Africa. You. The fourth. They're talking about America or Babylon. The fourth has come. You have conquered all the beasts that have gone before, and you have held sway over the world with much terror, and over all the earth with grievous oppression. And for so long, you have dealt on the earth with deceit, specifically America. 41. And you have judged the earth, but not with truth. But not with truth. America, you have judged the world, but not with truth. That's all these countries, though. It ain't just America. But specifically this whore. Yeah. For you have afflicted the meek and injured the peaceable. You have hated those who tell the truth and have loved liars. You have destroyed the dwelling of those who brought forth fruit and have laid low the walls of those who did you no harm. Hallelujah. You will pay for that. I said that. Yeah, you will. The table is turning. And so your insolence has come up before the Most High, and your pride to the Mighty One. And that's his word. And the Most High looked upon his times, and behold, they are ended, and his ages are completed. Therefore, you will surely disappear, you eagle, and your terrifying wings, and your most evil little wings, and your malicious head, and your most evil talons, and your whole worthless body. Oh, so that the whole earth, freed from your violence, may be refreshed and relieved, and may hope for the judgment of mercy of him who made it. Hallelujah. I'm only telling you what the Most High has taught us to teach or to tell. I'm not teaching anything. I'm just sharing. Our men are the teachers. I believe the women are teachers. I don't believe that. That's what I'm saying. Like they say women shouldn't be quiet, but women have been speaking from the beginning of time. Why do you think woman is here? Because the man obviously needs someone to help them when it comes to consciousness. But to each his own. They want to believe what they want to believe. But everything is in your view. You can see based on your own understanding right before you. Everything is right before us. So believe what you want to believe. There's a way to do things, and that means everything. So basically, like I said, the table is turning. The Most High says you are worthless. Now, everybody say that Most High loved the world. Why would he call people worthless? Why would he say, even in when he's okay, Christ came, right? I believe it must be a prophecy. It was a prophecy. But he called a Canaanite, which was the African Canaanite woman, a dog. He called her a dog. But he loves everybody. He's calling you worthless. The Gentile, this is the white man. He's calling you worthless. But he loves everybody. This is the lie that our deceived heads, which are our black men of these Baptist and Christian churches, are deceiving Yah's people for money, for keeping their sickness, that filth that they do in their churches hidden because maybe someone found out. So they'll lie for their own benefits, not realizing what's coming to them. Ooh, Lord, my spirit is moving. What's coming to you? You are the head, and you're supposed to be guiding the flock, and you are leading our people astray. You are helping these devils send our people to an abominable abyss. Woe to you. I have no mercy for you. None at all. Condemnation is coming. Condemnation is coming, and I'm almost done. Mm-mm-mm. Condemnation is coming. Some people don't believe. They say, you know what? There ain't no God. There ain't no end. Death is the end. We just buried this. Like, doesn't it sound like the heathen in the Wisdom of Solomon? He said the same thing. There is no remedy in the grave. Nobody's coming back. We never heard of no one coming back. They say that, but then they write it in the Bible that Christ came back. Contradiction. Because they don't want you to know the truth. So they confuse everything. So you can say, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in none of that stuff because it all crashes together. It's a contradiction. Everything, one thing says one thing, another thing, but that's the devil. The devil. He is the author of confusion. God did not write these books. The knowledge that is in them came from the Most High, and it came through our brothers and sisters. Now, what they did was took our knowledge, because they're not intelligent like you think they are. Everything that you learned from them was stolen from us, taught to them by us. Then we were brainwashed, abused, and beat. They beat all of our knowledge right out of us and then try to reteach it to us. But that's where they made a mistake, when they try to reteach us. Because it's still there. It's always been in our soul. And all that we're doing is coming back naturally. Naturally. We don't even need a book. It's coming back naturally. Anyways, condemnation is coming. Harsh judgment awaits all these devils, witches, evil, and wicked people, including their kids. Yeah. You don't think that they're going to get punished too? Look at some of these kids these people have. They are messed up from the start. So you know that's why they grew up messed up. Hateful, racist, and violent. They like to project, before I continue, they like to project Black people on images, on TVs and screens. They make sure they zoom in on our faces when so-called Black people commit a crime, if they even committed the crime. They make sure you see their face clearly, and they tell the whole world real quick. But when their little demons commit crimes, they hide it. You think they don't commit crimes? They commit more crimes than the whole world put together. But they hide it because the system that we are a part of is designed to help them. You understand? So that means when they commit crimes and they do things that ain't right, they hide it. But if you commit a crime, Black man, Black woman, they project it for the world to see. These devils are not innocent by no means. They're far from innocent. They're liars born to be demons. They were born this way. And it's not about hate towards them. It's truthful. You don't need nobody telling you. It's in your face. It's on that, even in the little corrupt television, mind control TV they're showing you how demonic they are. So I don't understand how people don't get it. Even with the lies that they tell us, they're still showing you some truth. I don't understand how people can't see. They don't see. Everybody's so comfortable, just complacent. But that's why the Most High is shaking us up. He don't want us to be complacent. If you don't have the Spirit of the Most High awakening you from this darkness, you won't understand us. And it ain't about you understanding us or not. We're here to do the will of the Most High, and that's it. Not here to please the world like the rest of the world is trying to do. We don't care. We're not supposed to care how you feel or what you think. No, we're not. So let's make that very clear. We care because we care, not because we worried about how you feel about it. We don't need your comments. We don't need your opinion. We're going to do what we were designed to do no matter what. We love our people because we love our people. We care to share the truth because we care enough about you that we want to share that truth. Not because we're waiting for your opinions or your likes. I don't need a like. When I see the disasters coming upon our people, I wish I would have put this together when I was a young child, because I knew something wasn't right. I just couldn't figure it out. Once I put it together, I care enough to share. I'm willing to die for what I'm talking about. And it'll be proven. All things will be proven. I'm willing to die for what I'm talking about. By all means, I will not bow down to this devil. By no means. I won't get nothing in my body. They didn't try to. I was sleep in my house and woke up with a weird hole in my body right here. Mark stuff all on my face. I don't care about none of this skin. I don't care about the damage they do, the damage they did to my teeth, the damage they do to my hair, the damage they do to my body, the damage they try to disease my body with, the boils, all this, the rashes that I didn't have. I don't care about none of that. I'm here to do the will of the Most High. I don't care. They try to shame, like they said, they try to put us to shame. So you would think, oh, that person ain't taking care of themselves. You don't know nothing if you trust anything that these devils designed before us. All of it is an illusion. They're attacking our people, even in 2020, because they know their end is very near. Why is there? How do they know? Because more Black people are spreading the truth, waking up out of the darkness. It ain't they people talking no more. They little lies and truth. It's Black people spreading. The same Black people come from the bloodline of the people who were stolen from our homeland and brought to this country. Some of our people were here already. So this country belongs to our people either way. This is not white America. This is Black America stolen by white America. And it wasn't called America. That's the name they changed it to, because they changed the name of everything when they put their hands on it, even the names of our people. So you can't trace it back to our people. Hallelujah. You gonna know if you don't know. Anyways, Isaiah chapter 13:11. Condemnation is coming to you, America and all other countries and nations and people. It ain't coming to Satan. He already bound. You know, even if he is out here corrupting the people, he ain't doing it physically. It's your choice to be corrupt. All he can do is play with your mind. That's it. He might even send his spirit through your body to make you feel hot and ready to do something dirty. But he can't force you to do nothing. So your choice is your condemnation. Your choice is your sin. Just like mine. I don't blame nobody for nothing that I've done. That's probably why I'm forgiven. I will be. I don't blame nobody for what I did. I know what I did. I didn't deny enjoying it either. Some things I didn't enjoy. Some things I did. And I ain't going to deny it. But I know now that a lot of things ain't right. So let's continue. Who says this? Isaiah. I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 13, 11, and 12. I will punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their iniquity. I will make a mortal more rare than fine gold. What is a mortal? Someone who's born on the earth. Someone who could be merciless. So he could either be talking about all men, or he could be talking about a particular group of people who are wicked. So Isaiah 14:9. Hell beneath is excited about you to meet you at your coming. It stirred up the dead for you, all the chief ones of the earth. Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. There is no peace, saith Yah, unto the wicked. None. They don't have no peace now, and they ain't going to have none later. That's why they're so hateful. That's why they start wars. This is why they're so violent, so quick to shoot our people. You could just be speaking to them and they get nervous and you know, they're messed up in their own soul. You know, this is that was Babylon of old, you know, what he was talking about, but there's nothing changed. It still applies to the new Babylon today, America and all other countries who follow American ways. So don't just focus on America, because it's all countries. Africa too. Yeah. Now, Malachi. Should I do this one first? Okay. Malachi. Now, again, the world says the Most High loves everyone. Let's see. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. And I, so this is the fall of Babylon. The Most High said, and I hated Esau and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Most High laid his mountains and his heritage waste. He said, whereas Edom, which is Esau and his entire nation of people or whatever, all his generations, even up into this day, they said to themselves at that time, now this is Malachi before the New Testament. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Yeah, they did. See, they built up the desolate places using our people. Yeah, they did. They returned and built all of that. Did they build anything? They ain't built nothing except a bunch of lies. We built it. Our people built it. Everything to this day. And all they do is write down everything. They ask us all the questions, write down everything so they can have it and make it seem as if they are the smart ones. Yeah. Okay. Sure. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the borders of wickedness. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. That means your children, they children, their children, their children, there's not a child you can have that he will not have indignation towards. So before I get out of here, I got one more. So basically, like I was saying, they built up the world using our people's blood, sweat, and tears. We still haven't been paid for all of this, boy. Like I said, if they owned anything, because they don't own nothing, you know, they deceive us to believe that because, like I said, this system has corrupted our minds and corrupted our way of thinking about everything and truth. But the Most High, this is the Most High's world. I don't care what you think. You can say it's it belongs to the devil, it belongs to the white man. No, it doesn't. It belongs to the Most High. Who said in the beginning? Who created the heaven and earth? Okay, that part clears it up for you. But anyway, Isaiah chapter 49. I'm sorry, Isaiah chapter 48, 9 through 11. For my sake, for my name's sake, will I defer my anger And for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. So he's saying, I will defer my anger. I will refrain for you. I will not cut you off. Behold, I have refined thee. So this is for the people who everyone says, they're a targeted individual. That's what they define themselves. I don't consider myself a targeted individual. I know that I'm anointed. And the devil is targeting the anointed of the Most High because, like I explained to you in the Wisdom of Solomon, we, what did I say? Um, we make them feel guilty. What did he call it? He said, we, but our presence reprove their thoughts. Our presence lets them know that they're wicked and they're dirty and filthy in their way. They're shameful and an abomination. They are just filthy. Injustice, lawless, transgressors. Happy to do it though. So they don't like us. But it ain't about you, Mr. White Man. It ain't about you, Mr. Mexican man. All his corrupt seed. It ain't about you, African man. It ain't about you, Asian man. It ain't about you, Islanders, whatever you want to call them. It ain't about you because you don't have no power. You the only power that this world has is what the power that the Most High gives to them. And everyone will find out very soon. You should know by now. But if it takes him to really show you, then let him show you. And he don't have to wait. Like I said, Judgment Day, it has its date. It's already set in stone. But there are things that can take place before that. Our people are being judged already, if you don't know. They're already being judged. But before I go, let's go. He said, for my own sake, for his own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. So it ain't about you. This is the Most High saying, I'm not, I'm his son, the word of Yah. He said, I'm not giving my glory to another. No, I will not let that happen. That's what he means when he said, for my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I, the Most High, have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted, and I will not give my glory unto another? Thus saith the Most High Yah, the Redeemer of Israel and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers. Kings shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of Yah that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, his son. This is in the Old Testament. So how Yahshua get in the New Testament? And he shall choose thee. Now, this was in Isaiah. He talked about refining his people. He said, I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. The Most High has chosen us in the furnace of affliction. So, whatever happens, if you trust in Him, I don't care if they take your job, your money, your home, your life. I don't care what they do. It don't matter as long as you trust in Him all the way through. It may hurt, it may not feel good, but you've got to trust in Him and you'll be all right. If you don't trust in Him, they will take you out because you are in the furnace of affliction. It's not an illusion, it's real. Everything that's happening to you, it's real, but it's all a test. It's the training ground for Yah's anointed. The earth is the training ground for Yah's anointed. You are chosen in the furnace of affliction, like a rock that they found in the deep mountains. And when they refined that rock, it was brown, black. They refined it and it was clear and crystal, and it was a diamond and it sparkled. That's you, the Most High's anointed. Those are chosen. Those who are calling themselves the targets of the world. Those who are complaining that things are happening and they can't understand. They don't have an explanation. You are chosen. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter what you've done. Because when you're chosen, that means you're given a chance that another person may not have. Because everybody don't have that chance. You are a part of the 1/3. Don't blow your chance because you can be placed right back into the 2/3. Why is that? Because they explain in what is it called? Well, just like they explain in the New Testament when he said, basically he was saying don't take your grace for granted. So just because you have grace does not mean you should go out sinning away like I got grace, I'm okay, I'm safe. No, you're not safe until you make it to the end. Because as long as, yes, he chose you, but you can lose your grace and you can lose your salvation in the process, depending on what you choose to do. And you're walking on eggshells once you know that you have grace because you know better now. So your punishment, if you fall back into the 2/3, your punishment is going to be more wickeder than those who are ignorant to the truth. So you have to be very mindful. But this is the thing. So I'm gonna end with this because this is important for everybody who against what I said about the New Testament is not real. You read it for yourself. If you don't know, read it for yourself. First, start with the old book. So therefore, when you start finding similar verses in the New Testament that was already in the Old Testament, then it'll be very clear to you if you have a mind, an open mind to receive truth. Now, this is the key right here. You don't need no other key to know that they took prophecies and information from the old texts and moved it around into the new text. That's why they don't include all the books, the lost books of the Bible, because then you'll start putting the pieces together. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am Yah, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, the tribes of Israel, are not consumed. Now, that's important. I'll get into that in another time. Now, let's see. This is a new version of the Bible, but let's go to book of Malachi. There are 4 chapters, and the fourth one is like basically not even a chapter. It should have been included with chapter 3. So I just read to you chapter 3, verse 6, right before the end of Malachi. This is the end. So this is the book of Malachi. I don't know if you can see it. I can't. Let me see. I think you can see. Okay, I'm not used to doing this, but you see, this is the book of Malachi. Now let's go to the next page. As soon as you leave Malachi, you end up in the New Testament. But the Most High said, I change not. So, with that said, you consider the New Testament and where those words in that New Testament should be, because maybe they should not be in a New Testament. Maybe they were already included. Most of the words and the information was included in the past, and they took it and made it a New Testament. But people can believe what they want, just like I believe what I want, that based on what is being taught to me, based on what is given to me. I don't expect no one to believe me. I don't expect nobody to listen. But all praise be to the Most High Yah, the prime creator of all, who is our guide, our strength, our enemy destroyer, and woman or male, woman and child has there is no discretion. He destroys all. Like he said, I make alive and I kill. That's driving some of these pastors mad. He said he killed. That don't sound like God. You don't know what God sound like because you've been living a lie your whole life, and then you need to get your mind right. It makes perfect sense. He don't kill you physically. You already killing yourself. He's just helping you. When you live a sin, when we participate in sin, we kill ourselves. Because, like he said in the Deuteronomy, I lay before you the cursing and the blessings. The blessings and the cursing, I'm sorry. We chose. He just executed. Put us in situations that cause things to happen. Same thing with the devil. Put us in situations, cause things to happen. It's time for our people to wake up. Don't you want to be living a peaceful life? Don't you want to do everything you're doing, but in a peaceful manner where you don't have your kids can go outside, you don't have to watch them 24/7, and they can go outside, they can go all across the world, and you don't got to worry about nothing bad happening to them. Women are being raped, you know, children are being molested. All these things is happening to our people. This is the way of the heathen. This is a Hellenic world that we're living, a way of life that has been brought into this world. And our people are suffering. Children are committing suicide. When did that start happening in our communities? Again, I think I said this before. But when did this start happening? Are men becoming serial killers and rapists? And when did this start happening? Hmm? It's time to wake up, Black people. We are the key. Do you not see that? We are the key. We're the key. Why do you think they suppress us and oppress us so much? Because if we wake up, they'll know that the key goes in the hole, and we the ones who unlock the door. We unlock the door of righteousness. We unlock the door to truth. We unlock the door to the peace. We unlock the doors that make this world a better place. You understand? Our people are the key. Let's think about it. We are. I even wrote a song. It's called "The Key" too. It's called "The Key," and it talks about us being the key, because we are the key. I already knew that. I know that we're the key. No one would want to destroy us so much if we were not. We are blessed, but we're living a curse because of our choices in the way we're living is destroying our people because we allow someone to think for us instead of using our own mind to think for ourselves. Just because they have jobs out here and schools and grocery stores don't mean we should be participating in that. Why couldn't we come up with, hey, they got a grocery, let's build our own grocery stores. Let's come up with our own things that are for our people. Until next time, people, open your mind to the truth. You don't have to believe nothing I say. Just ask the Most High to give you the truth, and He will show you the truth. He will put the truth in your mind, or He will lead you into a place where the truth will be undeniably right before you. Love yourself. Ooh, for who you are. Ask the Most High to open your mind and enlighten you to the truth. He is awakening His people. You're running out of time, and He's doing it real fast. I'm just trying to let you know whatever was put on me, and there is more to come. Much love to all my black people out there. I love every one of you, whether you right or not right, it don't matter. And I just pray that we will never have conflict ever. Not me and my people. Not me and my people. I pray that you most definitely will be wiser about fighting against and just the misery against our own people. No, if you want to fight somebody, if you mad at somebody, you better be mad at those who cause all this havoc and these atrocities against our people, this disease against our people that is killing our people, this mental confusion and disruption between our families. We are not our own enemies, even though we are helping the enemy because of our blindness and brainwashing and mind control and evilness of our own self. But we are not our enemy. Look outside yourself and you will see who your enemy is. I love you. Praise Yah. 3Ts is here to tell you nothing but the truth, to lift us up, to edify us, and to bring us back to light. I love you, my people. Have a blessed day. Until next time, praise Yah. Okay, let's see.